A Nova Scotia family is taking their fight to change who is allowed to donate tissue in this country all the way to the Human Rights Commission. And for them, it's personal. Liam D. had just graduated nursing school, gotten married, and was looking for a house when he learned he had an aggressive and rare form of cancer. Just a few months later, he was gone. Liam had been a registered organ donor for years, and giving what he could was very important to him. However, after his death, his family learned his tissues were rejected because he was gay. Well, now they're fighting to change those rules. We're joined this morning by Liam's husband, Jacob McDonald, and his mom, Cindy Gates-D. Now, Liam died in November, and Cindy and Jacob, I want to start this interview by saying I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cindy, Liam wrote a note outlining his wishes to donate whatever he could once he knew he was sick. What did it feel like to find out that one of his final wishes would not be followed up because he was disqualified as a donor because of his sexual orientation?
Well, it was, I always describe it as like a slap, being slapped in the face. It was so important to him, and we really weren't aware that this could happen. So to be told that his body was denied because of his sexual orientation, really, it was like a visceral reaction. You just feel like you've been slapped.
Jacob, you and Liam were together for 4 years. You say there were assumptions made about your relationship. How do you feel Liam was discriminated against?
You know, on the paperwork, it describes it as reason for deferral was stated as high-risk behavior, sex high risk, patient had husband, high likelihood of sex with another man within the past 5 years. I find that quite offensive. Just to be calling someone's entire sexual identity high risk. We were in a monogamous 4-year relationship. It was happy and it was healthy. And I think there were a lot of assumptions made about his behaviors in that moment. And we weren't even consulted about his behaviors after he had passed. So I think they made a lot of assumptions there. I think it was a very, these policies are very stigmatized and they perpetuate stigma. And it's discriminatory.
And Cindy, as you said, you didn't even know that this was going to be an issue until you tried to follow up on Liam's wishes. So you've now filed a complaint with the Human Rights Commission. What are some of the roadblocks that you've heard from health agencies and various forms of government?
Well, we are not too far into that process. We've just, the complaint has just been filed, so we're waiting to see where it's going to go from here. But up to that point, I had been pretty persistent with trying to get information from the Nova Scotia Health Authority here. And I did get information from them. They were forthcoming to a point, and then I kind of got sent off into different directions. And I did finally get the donor screening form, which told me where the discrimination was coming from. It gave me those questions that I was looking for to see, why he was deferred solely on the basis of his orientation. So we're just, like I said, we're just kind of beginning that right now. We'll see where it goes.
Jacob, you outlined so clearly some of the assumptions that were made, why that it is offensive to you. Why is it important for you to fight this fight, not just for Liam, but beyond?
It's important to me personally because I want to be an organ donor myself, an organ and tissue donor when I pass. And so, and I find it important for other queer people as well. I feel like we're being misled as queer people to believe that we can be donors. It's what Canada's Blood Services has told me in an email. They tell you this general statement of anyone can be a donor regardless of your sexual orientation. And but they've got these caveats where, you can detect HIV within a month of contraction, but they ask you to be abstinent for for 5 years. And so, the policies are outdated, and I want that to be Liam's legacy, is for us to be able to enact change here and have this issue rectified. And I want to call upon Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to, enact change here and, make it right for Liam's legacy. And so that, other queer people can leave their legacy as well and help other people.
Jacob and Cindy, I want to thank you for coming on your morning, telling us more about Liam, about this fight, and we'll be following closely. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.